You gonna still point to me? Hey, ballers, welcome to These Balls Could Talk, the podcast that thinks Jerry Jones wants to pay Micah Parsons $50 million a year because he's that guy. We're coming for you in a very new setup today. As you can see, I am with producer Pete right now, and we also got John and our guest Meaghan. We're getting ready to discuss the latest in sports, tech, and pop culture. If you like what you hear or see, please like us or hit that subscribe button, or as someone on this show likes to say, tickle that little bell. Tickle, tickle, tickle. So as I said before, joining us tonight is a woman who I know from playing volleyball many moons ago. She works as a superhero social worker and loves philosophy, linguistics, and neuroendocrine research. Please join us. What's that?
I just said, wow.
Oh, please join us and welcome to the show for the first time, Meaghan Demers-Peel. What's going on, Meaghan?
What? Not much. I started a new job this week.
Ooh.
So that's exciting.
That's
it's been
very
a lot
fresh.
of fun, mostly because that training phase, you're like not responsible for anything yet. So I'm mostly just chilling.
Yeah? You have like
Nice.
zero responsibility right now.
So, like, if you
Yeah.
lost a kid, it wouldn't be a big deal.
Oh, no. Well, that's probably still a big deal, I would guess.
It's okay. They run away. It's the kid's fault most of the time.
It's right.
It's usually
right.
the parents' fault, actually.
Right.
Um,
Always. Always.
So I switched roles because, like I said, I was working kid hours, which is not the most conducive when you're in grad school and working full time. So I now work with adults with autism, helping them find employment.
Oh, nice.
But like the other day, we were just chilling watching Bill Nye the Science Guy, and
Yes.
then did some like fun science experiments. I was like, I could do this all day long.
Awesome.
And a lot of it is just hanging out and exampling social skills,
Yeah.
right? You're just
Yeah.
like, this is how you hang out with a
Just
person.
being there.
It's funny though because there's like 5
Hey,
or 6
Pete.
couples within the day hab.
Craig's
They're
not
so
on.
funny. They're like, oh, my girlfriend's in the other room, and
It's not Pete's fault. I've thrown so many monkey wrenches at him just by being here.
We've
Next to him.
we've set up and
Now
reset
recording.
Mark's whole setup about 4 times in the last half hour.
All right, so Meaghan, to catch you up, and everybody who's listening, hey, everybody, Craig sometimes doesn't get turned on. Craig is the creep who listens to us and records what we say so we can put it on the podcast for you.
Or John's just joking. Craig's a bot. He's not a real person. We're not
No,
being
he's a real
We're not
person.
being forced
He's
to
a
be
chip.
recorded against our will right now.
He's a chipmunk.
All right, so we got to start over.
He
is
lives
that
Right?
what that is?
He lives in Pete's house.
Yeah.
Looks like a bear.
We got to start over, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
well, at least do your intro.
Okay.
And then, yeah. So we're
Count 'em
so
in.
sorry. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, ballers, welcome to These Balls Could Talk, the podcast that thinks Jerry Jones wants to pay Micah Parsons $50 million a year, because that's the kind of guy he is. This is Mark along with John and our producer Pete. You notice that we have a different setup that's going on right now. That's right. Mark and Pete just happen to be in the same room together, but we're with John
right.
and Meaghan, and we're getting ready to discuss the latest in sports, tech, and pop culture.
Pete, is he real?
Yes, touchable.
real.
If you like what you hear or
Amazing.
see, please like us or hit that subscribe button. Or as someone on this show likes to say, tickle that little bell.
I think that's you, Mark. But I'll do the...
Nobody likes to say it, Mark. I like that answer better.
Joining us tonight is a
So I
woman who I know from playing volleyball many moons ago. She works as a superhero social worker and loves philosophy, linguistics, and neuroendocrine research. Please join us in welcoming to the show for the first time, Ms. Meaghan Demers-Peel.
Hi. I was
Hello.
gonna say, that's how I would describe Mark. Touchable.
Aw, he is
Aw.
touchable.
I've been called. I've been called worse.
Bear. Bald little teddy bear.
Anyway, yeah, you could see we're trying something new. You guys should have seen us before the show. We were a hot mess trying to
Yes.
figure this out. While it looks perfect now and hopefully sounds perfect, it's
It'll
quite
sound good enough.
It was quite the ordeal to get us like this. There may have been some water spilled on Pete's setup. As
Yeah, we tried many different methods. Water was spilled. Wacom tablets were sacrificed. It's fine.
You don't need to do that anymore because it's on.
You know that doesn't make it.
Oh,
look,
yeah, you're right.
spilling the water doesn't make it better, Pete.
No, but that was kind of like the what else could go wrong?
The electronics gods do not need a sacrifice.
They do not. They do
No.
not.
I sacrifice enough to them on a daily basis.
Anyway,
is
John,
true.
how you been?
Well, I was just there with
I feel
you
like
guys.
we just saw you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saw you. We had ice cream. Mark came along for ice cream, which was magnificent. But they didn't have the peanut butter I like. But I had a new flavor. It had caramel. I liked it.
So to catch Meaghan up and some of the other viewers, John and his daughter Jamie, they do ice cream Thursdays, and I wanted to just tag along with them on their little tradition.
Yeah, it was really nice. Really nice. And we had a delicious meal, and Pete's kid was super duper cute. And he is 100%, by the way, Pete, I know you know this, but I'm just telling everyone else. He is 100% thinks he's talking to you when he's talking now.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Absolutely. He's like, Azabad.
He's
You're like, yup.
Pretty much. He thinks he's a big kid, which is hilarious. And I love it.
It's hilarious. Mark's intro brought up a thing I heard on the internet. I don't know if you guys saw. Jerry Jones offered to buy a baby on Instagram this week.
What?
Yeah, the 49ers, Brock Lesnar's daughter married a guard on the 49ers. And Jerry Jones said, and I'm going to quote him, "I'm prepared to offer you a sizable deal if a baby boy is produced. I'm not offering to buy the baby. My lawyers told me that's not allowed. But the Cowboys could use a new guard in 20 years. And don't worry about old Jerry. I'll still be here."
What the hell?
Yeah.
So, per the conversation last week, Jerry's starting to go.
Yeah.
Starting to go.
No, peak Jerry Jones is when he did the NFL draft from a boat.
That's
But
true.
do you think
That was about as good as it got.
Do you think peak Jerry Jones has ever bought a baby?
No, he probably never even joked about buying. Well,
Yeah, don't count that out.
Do you think he knew that wasn't okay without consulting a lawyer?
I don't think he cared.
maybe
No,
he
he
just
really-
thought about it, but never actually said anything about it. And now, he's got no filter because the man is 82 years old.
No longer gives any Fs. 0 Fs given.
Anyway, Jamie and I are had a good week. We watched a shitload of House. She's obsessed with House now, so we watched
love
probably
House.
I don't know 6
Season
or 7
2.
episodes. She loves that. It's our first foray into medical dramas, which is cool, and it's like cable graphics. So like every once in a while, she's like, nope. And it's just like when bugs pop out of people's bodies, and she's like, nope, don't like spiders. I'm out.
Amazing.
Yeah. Pete maybe because he's not feeling super, but doing our college reunion this weekend. So looking forward to hanging out with the guys. Guys, if you're here, please talk. And what's going on with you, Mark? Besides being in Albany?
Yeah, so there's a reason other than ice cream that I'm here. I did have
it's just ice cream.
I did have a work meeting in Queensbury, which is about 40 minutes north of where Pete is. So I asked Pete and his wife, it's like, you guys mind if I crash here for a couple days? And hey, why don't we record a podcast together in the same room? And then all this chaos happened and whatnot. But it's great. I had a closing too while I was here, but thankfully someone from my real estate office did it for me. So, but hey, I still got paid, which is great. That was great.
Fantastic.
I was going to say, do they get a piece if they help you, or are they just doing you a favor?
Well, he's my broker, so he gets a piece of every single transaction that I do. This is actually Rise Racers. This is the running group that I have within my brokerage right now. Shout out to Yvonne.
What was the song I made up for that earlier? Rise Racers. Do. Rise to the race.
I was going to say, come up with a verse on the spot.
I don't know what it even is.
It's just it's a running group.
Okay.
It's a bunch of people running.
It's a bunch of people running. Yvonne made the shirts. Going towards the finish line to get yogurt. Rise Racers.
It is so weird to be in the same room with Pete right now.
Dude, that was
okay.
That was glorious.
Sorry,
my friend.
Quick shout out to Doug and Tim on this one. That totally reminded me too much of Ring Raiders. Reach for the sky.
Yeah, it does sound a little bit like it.
Lisa, I know you're listening. Tell Tim that I did a Ring Raiders reference.
Yes. Shout out to Lisa.
Yep.
Tim is listening, just maybe not at the same time.
At the same time. Okay.
Pete, how you been?
Pretty good. Work is still busy. I mean, it's always busy, but it's a little calmer. It's nice to be on a project that is busy, but feels very like positive work vibe again. So we're moving along on a pretty cool thing. I'd love to share about it, but we'll just have to wait till the movie's coming out so I can spill some more details. But it's been a lot of fun to work on.
The deets.
The deets, yes. And if you guys want to go see some of the work that I just did recently, check out the movie Eddington, which is a way too soon Western dark, satirical, political horror / humor about
later.
COVID. Yes. About how COVID impacts a town out in like New Mexico, basically. So there's like a sheriff versus a mayor, and they both want to kill each other, and it's things. Pedro Pascal's in it, so there you go.
Pedro Pascal.
And Joaquin Phoenix and Emma Stone.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Some big names.
And all the people who win Oscars.
Yeah, Joaquin got a 7-minute standing ovation in the Cannes Film Festival.
Is this Pete's greatest chance of winning a Nerd Oscar?
I don't think.
Yes. I've been saying it for literal months. This is Nerd Oscar time.
Yeah. The other one we finished recently, which is out now, is The Phoenician Scheme. That's a Wes Anderson movie.
Pete, I'm going to tell you, you're recording from the red carpet. It's happening.
You are dropping so many names right now.
Yeah, we got these guys on speed dial. No, we don't. Actually, the only one that we...
Well, maybe your boss does.
Yeah, my boss, some of them. Actually, Ari Aster and I... Oh, he is a very gifted director, but he's a tough cookie to work with. He's very demanding on us and himself. We'll put it that way. He's never happy with what he...
A great boss and a genius, because this is on the internet, Pete. He's super, super easy to work with.
Oh, my boss? Yeah.
No, Ari Aster, the director of the Oscar movie.
I'm proud of the work we did. I hope that he can look at it and be happy with it too.
Okay.
Hey everyone, how do track runners flirt before a race?
Why, Mark?
They try to warm up to each other at the starting line. It's time for warm up your balls.
Aw.
Yeah, I asked. I may have asked ChatGPT to get a little raunchier.
That's okay.
That's raunchier?
Getting raunchy
compared to what it was before.
It wasn't really raunchy at all. Actually, the raunchiest thing is the three of us shirtless in this picture on the live stream.
Sexy.
Which we may or may not have taken together. Why is
that was one of the best things we ever did.
I'm not sure.
What we did in the early days.
Live stream like that too?
Yes.
Yes.
There we go. I removed it. I'm not sure how that got on there, but
it's still there.
Should be gone now.
We also went from a 3-head to a 4-head. Oh, because you only have a 4-head template for the...
Yep.
So during the segment, Pete will spin the wheel that will randomly select a question for our guests to answer. Are you ready, Pete?
No. There, I had to switch Sean and Megan's names, but now, yes, we are ready. Here we go. Spinning the wheel. All right, so Megan, what is something you recently Googled?
Oh, let me see.
That's like they do that like Vanity Fair does all the time, don't they?
It's like Megan has her own research department.
This is kind of boring, but it was llama antibodies and schizophrenia because I was looking up the article.
Because we might be talking about that.
Excellent teaser there towards the later part of the show.
How is that boring? That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's sorry. Yeah, my bad. Didn't mean to insult your topic for the show.
No, I'll allow it. I
meant like it was on. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it anyway. So
John's either boring or bumming us out. It's fine.
Science. I think I'm doing both this week.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
I might be doing both this week too. So the last thing I Googled happened to be songs from 1993, and there is a
for the show.
Legitimate reason for that.
Oh, you overwrote all my Google things, so now I don't know what I Googled. That's all Mark's Googles.
Oops.
I think I was looking up an audio receiver or something.
Yes, you were looking up the download for a...
I was looking up the download for Mark's audio interface to get us working. No,
that's also exciting.
I've also been
I'm
looking
sure
into,
all of our listeners and viewers want to know about that.
I have been looking into turntables too. How the turntables turn. No, I mean we have a decent one from the 80s, but it's not the greatest, and someday I would love to upgrade it, but I think it's kind of pie in the sky right now. We got too many things to worry about. It sounds pretty good, but it's
the last thing not related to the show that I Googled was the page count in the 4th book of Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson, because I needed to report it for one of my wife's contests.
Oh, you're in the book reading contest. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I housed that book. I'm used to those books being 1,000 pages. This one was 400, and I'm literally like, why is it done? It's done?
Why is it done? As long as one. Yeah, because like, okay. Megan, I don't know if you've read Brandon Sanderson books at all. It's a fantasy author, but he did a really good series called Mistborn, and it started with like a trilogy. It was a little more fantasy oriented, and then when he finished it, years later, he's like, I want to write in the same world, but way in the future, where it's like industrial evolution or steampunk kind of thing. You know, what would happen if technology and society advanced from the story I wrote before? So John's on the second series of that now, so book 4. But those first 3 books are
Book
long.
5.
Yeah, they're like 600 pages apiece.
Because book 4 is short. So I finished book 5. I housed book 4, and I'm in book 5 right now. And I think that I like it better.
Okay. I mean, it's something to look
I
forward
do.
to if I go to read the second
Though I
series.
liked the first trilogy a lot. Like a lot.
Very cool.
Anyway, new questions, and I'm
Yes.
not timing.
Another question. All right. Megan, what is your favorite thing about where you grew up?
Oh.
No
That
pressure.
feels like a last week.
Well, it doesn't need to be your absolute, just something.
So okay,
Good
I'll
memory or
twist.
something.
I'll twist on like a silver lining type thing. So there are like no sidewalks in the town I grew up in. It's kind of like it's near other stuff, but it's kind of the middle of nowhere itself. And but I used to like bike to my friends' houses because that was honestly safer than walking because there were no sidewalks.
Mhm.
And that's just a really good memory I have as a kid is like biking to my friends' houses. I remember my parents wouldn't let me wear makeup, so I biked to CVS to buy my first eyeliner.
They should have known
yeah,
giving you access to a bike would allow you to go to get makeup.
Yeah, it's like I wasn't supposed to like go past whatever street, and I was like, yeah, fuck that.
See,
you guys don't know where I am. We don't have smartphones yet. So.
that's more like our like 80s childhood right there. That's awesome. Living the dream.
Yeah. Shout out to Norton, Mass.
Right.
What was the nickname
did
of
not-
Norton's high school?
I didn't go to Norton High, but we're the Lancers.
That's
I
right,
went
they
to
are the
Bishop
Lancers.
Fian and then Mansfield.
Wait, what year did you graduate?
Shamrocks.
You were the Shamrocks.
High school was 2013, but I graduated when I was 20, so it's a
So
little bit older.
the
Okay.
is it the
Guys,
headmaster
Fuck.
that's in
principal?
charge? Oh yeah, or maybe the principal. I
know.
went to school with his daughter. What was his last name was Stewart. I don't remember what his first name was.
Of
Right?
Norton?
No, a Bishop Fian.
Bishop Fian.
Yeah.
It was Mr. Rooney when I was there, and before that was...
Oh, maybe he was retired by then. I don't know. But yeah, I grew up with his daughter
Does anybody
Okay.
guess what year Mark graduated from high school?
last year.
Yeah, not in the 2000s.
Not 2012.
Not 2012.
No.
Not 2012.
No. So we graduated from college in 0304.
Yeah, we actually got to have the senior ball theme of party like it's 1999 because it actually was 1999.
Because it actually was.
Never mind that.
I'm
Never
pretty
My
sure
my,
That's
uh,
making
my
me
high
feel
school
old,
mascot
but-
was the Red Rocketeers, by the way. Yes,
Are you from Natick?
North Attleboro.
North Attleboro. Yeah, that tracks.
You guys are so Massachusetts
Every
right now.
Look at
you know
this,
what's you know a fun fact about me? Every single school I've ever been to, the school colors have been red and white.
Wow.
Every single
is
school.
true. My high school and obviously our college was red and white. And I have 2 school rings. I went to a fancy high school, so I have a class ring for that and a class ring for college. And they're the same fucking ring. And it's insane.
That's really funny.
They're the same. They're golden. It's a red, like a red thing on it. And I'm just like, God damn it.
I was purple and white, so I did a silver ring for my class ring with the purple stone, and it was pretty cool. With a little bulldog. Go Bulldogs!
Oh, is Jamie there?
Oh,
No.
we got
for
a
it.
standing John.
Oh, he's got the ring.
Oh, the ring.
He's got the ring.
The one ring.
Look at that.
Nice.
I have no idea
Precious?
where mine are.
Is it your precious?
I know I still have mine somewhere. I think it might be
is
in my
RPI.
drawer.
I lost my
bedside
RPI
drawer.
ring.
You did?
Yeah, I remember specifically. It was you and I were playing catch in a ball field, and for whatever reason, I decided to wear my ring that day.
Oh no!
And I don't know what happened. Like
Just disappeared.
I threw it or something. Like
Okay.
I threw a ball, and then the ring was gone.
I swear to God, this is a different ring.
It looks
It looks
exactly the
the
same. Okay, no, that one's got
definitely
that
looks
one's
the
got
same.
cut faces in it.
Is there
The
a
other one
toot
was
screw
smooth.
in that one too?
The red looks a little deeper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's
I'm literally
pretty
just
funny.
like, I could lose them in a weird... actually, I put them in the wrong boxes. That's even funnier.
Amazing.
All right. Do we have time for one more?
Sure.
We have so much time.
Last,
Actually,
last question.
These are like the least
no one's keeping time.
rapid fire questions.
Yeah,
I am
that's what we do.
Well, they're
It's
supposed
become
to
an
be
inside joke
never,
now
yeah.
that these are not quick fire.
Rapid fire questions.
well, we normally do the first one for
Burn
5
questions.
minutes, so we're already at 3 with 3.5 minutes left. So we're doing great.
All right. So, what is an upcoming movie that we're all really looking forward to seeing? Megan, you got first dibs on this.
First that comes to thought is Happy Gilmore 2. I just saw that come up on
Interesting.
Disney+.
Okay.
Is it Netflix? I forget which
Netflix.
one. Netflix.
Oh, it's going directly to
so I
streaming?
haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I mean that's what Netflix does now. They paid for it, and they get.
Well,
to
that's what
keep
Adam
it.
Sandler does too.
I didn't
Everything
know
that
it
he
was going.
does goes
I didn't know it
directly
wasn't
to
going to
Netflix.
theaters first. Okay.
I mean, directly to streaming is not the same as direct to video used to be when we were kids.
Yeah.
It's different.
Oh, of course.
Like Prime does that too. Prime has Prime just makes weird action movies and just like releases
The
them.
Accountant 2.
The Accountant
That
2.
was Prime. Yeah.
Yep, that was Prime. That actually looks great because
It did
John
look great.
Barenthal is the fucking man.
Speaking of sequels that took forever to make, I'm super excited that we're going to finally get a Spaceballs 2. It's a ways out.
Are
what?
you?
Yes.
We are
And
getting
Mel
a
Brooks is
Spaceballs 2.
involved.
Of all the stupid movies that should never have a sequel, that one shouldn't, but it's still going to be funny because it's Mel Brooks. That dude's still batting
Is
1,000.
it?
I'm so
Yes.
interested because like his humor is not PC at all right now.
I know.
So I'm like, what is he going to be able to get away with?
all right, so I have a
versus
hot-
not?
90% of the movie is going to be him making fun of the fact that he's making this movie.
Yes.
I have a hot,
which
I have
makes
a hot
it work.
take.
What's your hot take?
Okay, and my hot take is I don't want to see the new Naked Gun movie. It looks bad.
Yeah, I was excited for that one, and now I'm kind of let down.
This is the problem with the new Naked Gun movie. I don't think the modern zeitgeist can handle, like, would even think slapstick is funny anymore, because I don't think it's funny anymore. And
have they tried to modernize it a little bit, or no? Is it pretty much like the
it's
same gag,
It's the same.
just with Liam Neeson?
Liam Neeson in a skirt is literally the trailer.
Okay.
Who cares? Men wear skirts now. It's totally fine.
But he may or may not have fallen in love with Pamela Anderson in this movie.
Oh yeah, no, they're a thing now. As far as I know.
Really?
Yeah,
That's fucking
they're
wild.
a legit thing.
Interesting.
It's a weird.
And I mean,
pairing,
like,
but yes,
doing Naked Gun 3 or whatever number this is.
it's 44th and a fourth
I think they just call it the Naked Gun.
repeating.
Makes them have to do an OJ joke, and that makes me sad.
Well, I did see a
Yeah.
trailer for that, and they kind of that was funny. That might be the
I mean,
only
like,
funny
That
part
joke
of the movie.
actually landed in decent taste. Well, okay.
Yes.
Wow. That's such a hard one to get around. Whew.
I think it was something along the lines like because just about everyone in the show is related somehow to another character.
Okay.
They're all the sons and daughters
Yeah.
of the character.
And they're
from
like,
the-
"Oh, how I miss you! Oh, I miss you!" And then I think they go to OJ's son, and it's like, "I'm good,"
Liam Neeson is Frank
That's
Drebin
pretty funny.
Jr.
because that movie was more than 30 years ago.
Yeah. No, that was in the
Was
early
minutes.
Or
90s.
the-
Yeah.
Rather, the third installation was over 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think, by the way, Megan hit it on the nail. How did they make that movie? I mean, they could you can't even watch Blazing Saddles anymore. That movie is incredibly offensive.
Oh, we did. And it was incredibly offensive. Have you seen Blazing Saddles?
I mean, I have in my life, not
Okay.
recently.
I like, and not too. It might have been like a year or two ago. It wasn't that long
Recently,
ago that I watched.
okay.
There's a lot of racism in there.
Yeah.
There's a lot
Yeah,
of
have you
racism.
ever seen a Holiday Inn from like the 40s? They have like legit blackface.
Oh
No,
no.
Former
no.
blackface.
Sad
So
panda.
uncomfortable.
Oh yikes.
So uncomfortable.
Oh no.
Hey, we got awkward already. All right,
Yeah.
great.
Hey.
How we doing on time?
And I guess we're gonna end on blackface.
All right. It's always good to end on blackface, everyone.
Yes.
Oh man.
My God.
We're sorry, Megan. This is the most disjointed show we've ever done. It's not your fault. It's our fault.
That was
I think
great.
it is. I think it's because I'm here. Actually.
It's so great.
It's
Don't
don't
blame that great flow.
it's an awesome
not the
wacky
flow.
energy and I like it. All right.
All right. And now we're going to hand things off to Pete for his returning segment.
Oh. Yes. Bonus topic.
You're gonna hit that right. You're gonna hit that on cue one day, Pete.
Someday. I
I
just
thought you were
forget.
doing power rankings.
No, I haven't updated the power rankings, but
Because nothing happened in a week.
So, guys, because I always want to be like that person, like the NFL season's almost here. I
have
have
been that person,
the Hall
though.
of Fame game on in the background right now, which I didn't even know was happening tonight. But here we are. Football has started. I mean, yes, this game is okay. I guess
I
you
don't
can
care about this
questionably
game.
call this football because it's technically a bunch of dudes in pads on a football field, but it's not really. We're never going to see these players in the regular season. It's fine.
Ex football players.
Or yeah, but hey, you know what? It looks kind of like football. They tested the So here's the thing, question that I have for you guys. This is going to be pretty random because I didn't really prepare too much, unlike last week where I was prepared. This week I'm not at all, but that's fine. What I've seen now, really quickly before we started the show, I had this on my phone earlier, and they did the chain gang, but the virtual one.
Yeah, that's live.
So that is live. They've tested it. So even though they were clear of the first down by almost a yard, they wanted to test out the technology. It took about 10 seconds, and you literally saw they move the camera up over a virtual field, and you see a top down of the ball, and you see the line, and you see exactly where that is. What do you guys think? Do you think that's ready to go? Do you think that's should we replace?
Regardless if it's ready to
field
go,
judges?
they're doing it live this year.
Yeah, should we? Is that an ethical thing? Should we replace field judges with robots? I know this is a big controversy in baseball.
So they do this in volleyball all the time.
Mhm.
This is been going on in volleyball for a while. So you still have the line refs, but what they do basically is you can if you challenge, they have.
Well, they do
the
that in
cameras
tennis as
available.
well,
Okay.
but those
Yeah.
boundaries are stationary. The ones that we're talking about in football are not.
There's a lot more moving, right? Because the first down marker is dynamic; it's never in the same spot.
Yeah. Okay.
And
But
also
they always know where it is.
also those other sports, the ball's round, so it's a little bit easier to get what if the ball alignment's a little bit off? Football's such an awkward thing that how do you triangulate the exact angle as well as position of that thing?
Also, and maybe I'm wrong, but aren't we at the point where most players and all the balls have trackers in them?
I think so. That's got to be how they're doing it, because what happens if it's a pylon and you don't see where the ball went?
Right. I mean, it would be so easy to put just a position, some sort of positioning thing in the ball.
All the cameras.
All the cameras, exactly.
Some
People in the audience
picky
will start
quarterback.
wearing cameras on them.
Some picky quarterback or kicker is going to be like, I don't like this ball. It's got a weird chip. The weight's off.
Yeah, and Amazon has already broken the game down into literally 100% numbers because that's how they run the Prime games, and the Prime games are fucking great.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't trust all their
ready.
stats though.
Yeah.
I think we're ready.
I mean, I'm definitely ready because of what happened in that freaking game against the Chiefs, where they got a first down and the line judge then walked backwards to go over to spot the ball in the wrong spot and didn't give them a first
live
down.
that down.
No,
Never gonna live that
Never.
down.
should have been.
And then
What about 3 years ago, Pete?
That was a pure coaching kerfuffle there. That was all McDermott's fault.
What about 1992, Pete?
you're gonna get there, Pete, one day.
Dude, the Bills lost by 50 points in that Super Bowl.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking about
Have faith.
91
Oh,
Have
the
faith,
90
buddy.
season, the Giants one?
or the 90. Scott Norwood, right?
Yeah. Funny story about that one is he was hooking the ball left every single kick in practice. So he lined up on the right hash to counter it. And that one kick, it didn't go left.
I keep forgetting that Pete's in the same room and I can just look to my left.
All right.
It's not wide left, Mark.
By the way,
not
Pete, you've
wide
told that
left.
story in the show before.
Have I? Okay. I'm sure I have. But you know what? That was 100 episodes ago. And I can actually say that now. So guys, my other question too is, with Hard Knocks now debuting on August 4th, are you guys interested in the Bills Hard Knocks? Mark's not at all. Okay. Would you have been interested if it was the Patriots this year? 'Cause
Nope.
I
No, still
think
no.
that
Okay, why
the
so?
Bills are overtly pretty charismatic as a team. I think Josh
Really?
Allen's great on.
That'd be Josh Allen.
Josh
yeah.
Allen's-
Josh Allen.
Josh
yeah.
Allen's great on camera.
I'd watch Josh Allen make an omelet.
They could
Yeah,
do
I'd
it.
watch Josh Allen make an omelet.
They could
That's
do an
true.
entire episode, because this is what he does. You can do an entire episode of Josh Allen pranking all the other teammates in the dorms during training camp.
I mean-
because he does. He's a total
Haley could show up.
Yeah.
All the O-line guys really like him. They were all really excited when he got married.
Yeah, they're all at his wedding.
Who's the dude in the weird suits? Did you guys trade him, the tight end?
No, he's a receiver. He's on the Patriots now.
He's
Matt
on Patriots
Collins?
Matt
now.
Collins, yeah.
He's the dude
He
in
was
the
super
weird suits.
fun.
I know. I was bummed out that the Bills weren't able to keep him, but he got paid pretty good on the Patriots.
Yeah.
I
Wasn't
don't
it
know.
10 million a
pretty
year?
Good. I think he's like
Or maybe
2
not 10
years, 10
million.
million.
Okay,
It's
2
a
years,
fun
12
team
million.
to. It's just a fun
More than
team
I've
to
ever
watch.
More than we're gonna
more than the
make,
Bills
yeah.
could have afforded.
It's a fun ass city. I think they'll probably focus on the fans a lot because they'll probably
Last
it'll be
year
fun to
of,
watch the last year of the
New
stadium.
Year's Stadium, whatever it's called now.
It's the same
Now,
name. It's going to be
for Pete to be
Old
excited
Highmark
about-
and New Highmark Stadium.
All your most embarrassing moments can be now on national television, and so maybe we'll get one of those. Maybe we'll get a Joe Shane, Saquon Barkley moment. And that'll be fun.
We'll see. I mean, so earlier in the year,
No one in Buffalo's that stupid, John. Sorry.
well, Brandon Beane, the Bills GM, did blow up a bunch of radio shows and went viral earlier in the season for screaming back at a local Buffalo radio station who
did.
he
did.
unprovoked, and basically said that they were full of shit that they for insulting his wide receiver decisions.
Again, though, John and I thought that was fake news.
Fake. Yeah, right. You guys did, didn't you?
Did.
Honestly, though, I mean,
I do want to see him go through a table, though. I would watch that. Megan, have you heard of that? That's what the Bills Mafia.
the Bills fans do. They literally will jump. I've seen some of them jump off of the top of a tractor trailer into a table that's on fire and break it.
So they're like Philly level.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, I
actually.
know Bill fans are diehard. I didn't know that they were also unhinged.
Probably less
And drunk.
destructive of property than Philly fans, but equally as intense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Don't you love how we started talking about robot umps and then we ended up with Bills Mafia going into a table?
That was my whole. I mean, I had no set
A robot
topic, so I
referee,
just
excuse
wanted
me.
to kind of go on this meandering.
What is it?
path
It has
here.
some funny name, right? What's the name of the NFL the yardage things? It has a funny name to it.
I mean, the
That's
chain
similar
gang
to
is
something
always-
else. No.
No?
It's
I don't know.
shit. What was Haley Steinfeld's and Hawkeye? It's called Hawkeye.
Oh, it is called Hawkeye.
called Hawkeye.
That's funny.
See, I don't need I am my own research department.
You are. You got it. You got
It's
it
just
eventually.
it's a little older, so it just takes some time for it to run, and
We're
that's
gonna-
why I randomly yell things.
So we're
Yep,
out of
yeah, it is
time,
Hawkeye.
but for everybody who's listening and for Megan who's probably never seen it, Google Nate Burleson red jacket Bills, and you're in for a surprise.
Oh, that is quite a story. Yes.
It's a big fat man in a red in a red, white, and blue onesie who gets
Yes.
a
You know,
velvet jacket.
I missed an opportunity to post my latest power rankings on here while we were discussing everything.
You're out of time, bro.
That's okay.
We're out of time.
No problem.
We would like to thank one of this week's fake sponsors, Snug Shark. Weighted blankets shaped like sea creatures, because anxiety deserves a hug with teeth. Snug Shark. Sleep tight, bite light.
All right, seriously, market that one.
You said that,
That
like a
one'll
vampire at the end. I like that.
That one'll kill.
All right, everyone, shall we kick off this shindig?
Yeah.
I think your wife is definitely going to love this first song.
Okay, I'm excited.
You can probably guess who it is. I have not rehearsed any of these, so they might turn out really bad. Okay, ready.
You're gonna be great, Mark.
So it's gonna be forever. Oh, it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over. If the high was worth the pain. Got a long list of first topics. You'll tell me I'm insane. Cause you know I love first topic. And you love the game. So I know that song's not from 1993.
No, it's not.
I didn't hear from you for a while, Megan. I started with 2014, and then I was looking at the list, and I realized there are very few songs I know from 2014.
Really? Well, that's one.
Oh, I think I know a lot. That's my freshman year of college. So
Okay,
Now
so
I
you'd
feel
be
old.
I
way
know
more educated
Starships
than
by Nicki Minaj.
I know.
That wasn't
Sorry,
on my
yes,
list.
yeah.
That wasn't on my list.
That was a big song though in 2014.
That was a big song.
That might have been 2013. And it was still famous in 14. And then
Okay.
Problem by she has like an amazing voice.
One
She's
less
super
problem
hot.
without you.
Oh, Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande.
No,
Also
Thank
not
you.
on my
Yeah.
list.
Because I had a really bad breakup like when that song came out, so that was like my jam for.
That was your jam?
months. Yeah.
She had a really bad breakup too.
All right.
Me?
No,
Oh,
Ariana
Ariana
Grande.
Grande.
Oh
Ariana
shit!
Grande.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
don't know if you call it
Yeah.
a breakup, but like.
Was that with Pete Davidson? Was that the year with Pete Davidson?
Oh, I was thinking Mac Miller.
Oh well. Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so the end of July is known as the Major League Baseball trade deadline, and teams attempt to make big moves for the final push of the season. Now, the biggest prize was Arizona third baseman Eugenio Suarez, sorry, I probably mispronounced that, who got dealt to the Seattle Mariners. Meanwhile, the Mets got two mid-relievers, not mid as in middle, and Ryan Helsley from the Cardinals and Tyler Rogers from the Giants. Did you know he has a twin brother who was also a relief pitcher in the major leagues?
No.
And the Phillies acquired closer Joan Duran from the Twins. Now, the biggest superstar that got moved was Carlos Correa, but he wasn't really producing this year without the banging of the garbage cans. Yes, that's right, John. So he hopped on a plane back to Houston. That is a true story. The biggest sellers were teams that not so long ago made deep playoff runs, including the Orioles and Diamondbacks, but also perennial losers such as the Pirates, Nationals, and Twins. So everyone, do we feel that any of these Major League Baseball trade deadlines move will impact anyone's team? And do we really think it's worth it to just sell off the team if you're not winning?
Depends on how smart your GM is, I think. I'm
surprised that the Diamondbacks were sellers. After
2 years ago, they were in the World Series.
Right? That seems quick to just reform. But, you know...
I think 2 years ago, the Orioles had the best record in baseball, too.
They probably know something more than we do. And by doing that, it does allow them to restructure quicker. I mean...
Why do you give up in 2 years, though? How do you give up in 2 years?
Maybe they don't have the money to stay that competitive. I mean, really, when you think about it, these are not big market teams. These are not teams
Phoenix
that can
is technically a big market.
No, the Diamondbacks have always been terrible.
Phoenix is a very large city. I want to say it's like the 6th largest city in the country.
But
do they care about baseball?
There it is. There it is.
They care about football and maybe basketball.
Two very different sports.
Maybe basketball.
I mean, at the end of the day, I almost think that the mid-season trade deadline is more for the GMs to try to save face. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to really make that big of an impact. We're going to talk about all the Yankees moves.
I was going to ask you, do you remember a impact in history that was like a big game-changing thing that put a team over the top? Or has it never really amounted to much?
I mean,
the biggest
Juan
move...
Soto.
Yeah, Juan Soto.
Juan Soto got the Yankees to the World Series.
So the biggest move that I can think of was actually the next trade deadline when Mark McGwire got traded to the Cardinals.
Okay.
Because there's technically 2 trade deadlines in baseball. One of them is when you have to. The second one you just have to clear waivers. But Mark McGwire got traded mid-August, I remember, and then he became Super Mark McGwire.
Listen, the way baseball is structured, there will always be rental. Yeah, there will always be rental players, and those rental players will always make a lot of money for a very short amount of time, because the long-term contracts only the main, like the Juan Sotos and the Aaron Judges and the Vlad's going to get a big deal next year. Vlad's a free agent next year. The Vlad Guerreros, like those guys.
Do you think he's going to get a big deal from the Blue Jays though?
Yeah, especially if they keep winning.
What about are you? I'm surprised, John. I'm a little bit surprised that Mike Trout wasn't dealt.
Mike Trout's like 100.
He's a big name though. That was the number one big thing to me. I think usually there are big names that are traded at the trade deadline for whatever reason. It's usually because they're in a contract year and the team that has them doesn't want to pay them. Paul Skeens, but there was really no big names. Carlos Correa was the biggest name, but he's not producing this year. He's batting like in the low 200s and 7 home runs, and I think I'm out hitting him.
You're out hitting him?
I mean, maybe.
Yikes.
But we'll see what happens with the garbage banging back in Houston. You think he's going to replenish his career in Houston, John? I
mean, Houston looks great. Houston totally turned their season around. And the American League is super weird right now. Yeah. Like with Detroit on top, with Houston back on top.
Detroit is starting to struggle though. Yeah. They're I think I saw a stat that they're 2-9 in their last 11, and the pitchers aren't performing either. Like that's why they're winning, is because they have the pitching. I think their ERA was like 5.63. I might be making that up. But it was definitely high. It was definitely high. Higher than normal, like 2-3 runs larger than what they normally do. They didn't really make any moves. But that might be a market
best
thing.
Best team in baseball with a pretty a low market. You're really what moves are you going to make?
Very true. Technically, the best team in baseball right now, I think, is the Cubs.
To be honest, Suarez to the Mariners hurts because now that
Or Brewers, I'm sorry.
Brewers.
Now that Judge is hurt
64
and going
and-
to probably DH for the rest of the season, we'll talk about that. But I think with him, with the dumper, with their pitching, I think the Mariners are in a,
It's still such a weird name. I can't get over
the
it.
Mariners are in a
Megan,
really
would you love that
good
nickname,
spot.
the Big Dumper?
If it was for me,
Yeah.
If you were a man,
If you have to think about it, then that's the answer probably no.
Yeah, probably not.
But yeah, there's a
okay.
catcher in Seattle that is leading the league right now in home runs, and his nickname is the Big Dumper, and he loves it.
he does.
That's like,
I mean,
Jason
it's
Tatum named his kid Deuce. Like,
That's true.
or that's a kid. That's a nickname. I think he's a junior, so they call him Deuce. But I was like, bro,
Yeah.
you're calling your kid shit.
Well, that's a baseball. I mean, it's a
it-
basketball reference as well.
Doesn't it also just mean like 2?
Yes.
Yeah, because he's a
Oh,
junior.
because number 2, yeah.
Although
I
my
gotcha.
favorite story, and John may remember this, is someone who used to be a social worker. One of the kids' names was Shahid, spelled shithead. Could you?
Yep.
Could you just like being a substitute teacher and you're doing roll call and you see that name? And
No.
Honestly, that's not super uncommon. I'm not gonna lie.
Man.
there's a lot of Shahids.
Only so
No,
many
but-
letters and different
Like some
translations.
pretty. I didn't work. My mom worked with a kid who was named Tonka Truck. First name Tonka, last name Truck.
That's kind of
Love
awesome.
that.
Love that.
That just reminds me of Last of the Mohicans, Tatanka.
They're one of the starting
Tatanka.
quarterbacks for the Miami Dolphins right now. I think his name is Scooter Duck.
I love it.
Ooh,
Hey, I mean,
that's a pretty cool name.
There was a really good Buffalo Sabre back in the 90s, Miroslav
Tatanka.
Shatan, but it literally was
Miroslav
just spelled
Shatan,
Satan.
yeah.
So we're like, we're going to win now. We got Satan on our team.
Yeah. Did you win?
Almost. Game 6
All
of the
right.
Cup Finals, 99.
Done.
Skate was in the
Satan.
crease. Fucking A.
We're ending on Satan.
I mean,
Cut it. Print.
it's not as bad as some of the other topics we've had.
This is my last 2014 song. Ready?
Okay.
I'm so fancy. You already know I'm in the fast lane. From LA to Tokyo, I'm so fancy. Can't you taste this gold? Remember, next topic bout to blow.
I would
I say who that?
say
Who that?
Liam is in there.
GGY. Knew that. So
That was good.
only
but-
one more sport. Only
I
one
know,
more
I'm not
sports
trying not to
question
be silly.
from
No,
me.
no, that was. Steph was yelling at me earlier because I was too loud.
All right. So after a June swoon for the ages, the Yankees find themselves 4 games out of first in the AL East. It might be different. I wrote this on Tuesday. With a tenuous 1-game lead in a 4-team hunt for 2 wildcard spots in the American League. On top of all that, 2-time MVP and AL batting leader Aaron Judge is now on the 10-day DL with a flexor strain that he suffered throwing home in a close game against division leader Toronto Blue Jays. So Judge will be able to hit when he returns from the DL, but due to the nature of his injury, that might keep him at DH for a good portion of the rest of the season, which brings up the question, what to do with Big G, Giancarlo Stanton, because he doesn't really play the outfield anymore. Hopefully the return
Aren't they putting
of
him out
Luis
there,
Gill. They might. They have to figure it out. And they got an outfielder from the Red Sox, so who the fuck knows what they're doing?
From the Red
So-
Sox.
Yeah, from the Red Sox. Totally. Anyway, hopefully the return of Luis Gill and all of their shiny new infielders that they got in free agency will help propel the Yankees into the playoffs. But how do you think the rest of the season's going to go? And should Yankee fans think about blowing the emergency siren?
I was disappointed in what the Yankees for this trade deadline. I mean, they got a piss poor third baseman from the Rockies who couldn't even bat above 220 in Colorado.
So you're still better than that guy.
So, point of order on that, by the way. 3 games in, Ryan McMahon is hitting absolutely fucking lights out. Recommended by DJ LeMahieu. And can you be good on a piss poor team? Like, at all?
You can still hit for average.
Yeah, I guess.
He strikes out a lot too. And listen, everyone has a hot streak every now and again. He's probably on a high that he's not on a bad team.
I mean, 2 run save. I mean, his fielding above replacement is incredibly
he's a
high
good
in the
fielder.
Yankees
He's a
right
good
now.
fielder.
He saved probably 3. I mean, for a team that has essentially more than one error a game at third base, Ryan McMahon is a breath of fresh air. He won the game last night against the Devil Rays.
And he's under team control for a while too. So if he works out, that's going to be good for you guys.
Cheap. I think that deal was what I was looking for when we talked about Suarez. I don't want the Yankees to overcompensate. That is really the thing I don't want them to do. Suarez is old. Suarez would have been fun, but like 31, 1-year rental, like, is that the right place to put the money and the prospects that they were probably looking for? So I don't know. I feel really good about McMahon. Ahmed Rosario, journeyman, used to be a Met. I think I feel pretty good about him. He's a good player, just a good player. He's been on a lot of teams, but it's not because he's bad. It's just because he's not better than their infielders. The Yankees went and they got pitching. We're talking about free agency.
Did you get a starter though, or did you just get relievers?
Just relievers, but they got the best one. Bednar is probably the best one that was available.
I don't think it was the best.
Didn't you say they overhauled their entire bullpen pretty much?
I mean,
I think the closer from the Twins was probably the best one.
Yeah.
Who I was very scared of because I just saw the last name Duran, so I thought the Red Sox got rid of another really good player.
Oh no.
I don't know. I mean, I hope the Red Sox aren't selling because they are definitely in the playoff.
It's too late now. No, they bought a left-handed pitcher, Steven Matz, and that's pretty much all they did. They didn't really make any big moves. I could be wrong. They may have gotten I think they got an outfielder as well. No big moves though. Red Sox did not blow their load when it came to the farm system.
I mean,
good for them.
Yeah.
Gross.
I mean, John, do you really feel that optimistic after the trade deadline about the Yankees? I mean, you're very worried about Aaron Judge. I know you're worried about Aaron Judge.
I am very worried. You can't.
The man cannot play outfield anymore for this season.
Listen, you can't replace a guy who is literally was on his way to winning the Triple Crown. You can't replace that. That's not replaceable.
Doesn't that scare you, though, the fact that it was elbow, right?
Yeah, it was not his UCL, though. They did look. So it's just a flexor strain.
That would scare me, though. That would scare me. If now they're shutting you down for the rest of... What, sorry?
You're scared that it wasn't a UCL or just that he's
it's an
injured
elbow
in
injury.
Oh, yeah.
It's an elbow injury for an outfielder. And they're shutting him down for the rest of the season in the outfield. He's still allowed to bat, which is great. Because apparently you can still bat without an elbow.
Well, yeah,
Shohei did that. Shohei did that like 2 seasons ago.
These guys probably are like, oh, I'm so injured, and then the next day they're out golfing.
But that's like, I mean, Aaron Judge is a competent outfielder, and if you have to replace him with Giancarlo Stanton, who is,
you know what I love about Ahmed Rosario, by the way,
at this point.
I just brought up the Yankee depth chart. He's literally under the depth chart in every position. That's hilarious.
They call that a utility player.
That is amazing. I like that man a lot.
I mean, you have to do that when you have 25 people on the roster.
Listen, Bellinger's having a great year. Great.
You've been telling me that all season.
He is having a great year. Ben Rice is having a pretty good year. He looks great. Ben Rice is...
Has he been playing more?
Yeah. Well, he has to now. Well, what happened was Goldschmidt started to be less good because he's old. So... I don't know. I am feeling positive. I think that let's say Bednar, Doval, and Tim Hill. No, Tim Hill was on the team already. Who did they get?
I don't know. I can see Megan is very enthused about this. Megan, have you ever attended a Major League Baseball game like at Fenway or Yankee Stadium or anything like that?
So I'm more of a hockey girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say honestly, like I like MLS better than MLB.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even in the top 4 for me.
Wow.
But I have. So actually, I don't remember this. Long story, but my senior year of college is a little fuzzy. Not because of drinking, I promise.
Aren't they all?
Yeah, wait a second.
Apparently, I went to a Red Sox game with my friend, and we saw Torrey Krug there. And I have no memory of this. He's a Bruins player. I don't know if you follow hockey.
I remember Torrey Krug.
Yeah, okay. Just, I don't know. But I have no memory of it. So that was, I think it was 2017 was the last time I went to a Red Sox game. And for me, baseball's a social sport. Like, I'm not going to watch it.
It is an experience to go to a baseball game.
I could see that. I mean, I was like at the game I was at with you guys. Like that was a fantastic night, and I'm not a big baseball fan either. Just because I mean, like where I came from, Buffalo, we don't. Yeah, like we don't have.
Because you're so close to each other, especially at Fenway Park. You're sitting shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah. Right, and I mean, just like everybody meandering around the different decks, like that was really cool. Like we took one of the, I don't know, it's the top or bottom of an inning, and just like circumnavigated the whole stadium, explored. So that was cool. Yeah, it is an experience. Which I don't.
Actually, the last time I was at Fenway was not for baseball. It was for a sport called hurling. It's an Irish sport.
What is this?
This is not the first time I've heard this story, and it's not from you, Meaghan. Someone else told me that too.
Interesting.
That's not really baseball.
Okay.
That's not really a baseball fan. And yes, they were at that game or that match.
Yeah, it's
fascinating.
I don't know how to. It's like football with lacrosse with like you have to watch it. I really don't have.
I am intrigued. Okay.
Soccer, football, and lacrosse kind of all in one.
Wow. It sounds dangerous.
I just like that lacrosse was
and I don't
war
think
training
they have
for
helmet.
Native
They like
Americans.
Yes.
What?
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 Yeah,
It was.
I
I'd
did.
be good there.
That was no, but that's where the sport originated from. Was like a training
Yeah, it's a Native
exercise.
American.
It's a
used to
training
be,
I knew it was a Native American
hundreds
sport.
of people.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, lots
Hundreds of people playing at
sticks
Whoa.
and nets, literally built.
That is
And it would
fantastic.
like they would have like
Yeah. Right. Can we
like,
have the star just fly
turf
over?
wars through like the sport? Yeah. I mean,
Very
I guess
cool.
it's better than war.
And there we go.
Awesome. Better than war.
Better than war.
Good way to end it.
It's a low bar.
Yeah, it's all right.
Low bar.
All right, now we're on to 1993 songs.
All right, let's do it.
All that she wants is the next topic. She's gone tomorrow, but all that she wants is the next topic. Yeah.
Hey.
I don't know if those are the actual lyrics, but because the last few songs I just did like what I think the song was.
But I mean, you're changing the lyrics anyway.
All that she wants.
Oh, now it's time for me to bum everyone out. Okay. So, although there is such a dire result from each individual event, mass shootings have become common news stories in this day and age, unfortunately. Since 2020, there have been an average of about 2 mass shootings per day, according to Gun Violence Archive. But one of them recently hit the sports world directly. This past week, a 27-year-old man drove from Las Vegas to Manhattan with loads of ammunition and literally walked into a Midtown skyscraper with an M4-style semi-automatic weapon and even rode the elevator up to the 33rd floor with it. It was later discovered that he had a note that stated he thought he had CTE and was outright targeting NFL HQ, although he took the elevator to the wrong floor initially. Now, this has been a sad tale that has been going on in this country for a long time, and most people talk about what to do, but no action seems to occur. So everyone, and this is not the first time I've brought this topic up, but I feel like it's still appropriate, what does the government, private companies, and or the general public have to do about mass shootings, if anything?
Kick the NRA out of politics.
How does a guy
solves every
walk
problem
into a
pretty
Midtown
much.
skyscraper essentially with a semi-automatic rifle?
That's insane too. Like the amount of security.
Bystander syndrome.
Literally, yeah.
I guess like the amount of security these buildings would have.
No,
like,
there is
aren't there
security
metal detectors
at the bottom
like,
of this. This
how did he get through a
tower,
metal
allegedly.
detector?
I don't know.
People,
Oh my god.
especially in New York City, have no interest in messing with crazy people because everyone is desensitized.
Yeah, there's
Everyone
like
is.
right. I mean, you could be on the street in Manhattan for like 5 minutes and see like some guy entirely
And I mean,
clothed in, like,
obviously,
toilet paper, Spider-Man outfit or something. You know,
Obviously,
It is-
Meaghan will
it is
have
a
better
very
insight
odd
in this,
place.
but like, and I said this the last time Mark brought it up. I think that
still
the country has a mental health problem.
Mhm.
I mean, normal people don't just grab a gun and shoot people, right?
And that's the other half of it, then,
How are the mentally deficient? How are the people with like diagnosable illnesses and schizophrenia, and how are these people getting automatic weapons? That's the question, right?
I have some thoughts, especially as a mental health professional.
Go for it.
That's why I'll just like.
We were hoping to get your insight on this.
Loftus you.
All right, take it away.
So I think there's some misunderstanding about like mentally ill people and gun violence. Honestly, it's not usually people with psychotic disorders like schizophrenia. honestly, they're a lot of times too disorganized to, plan something like a mass shooting. It's and I think what people also don't understand about mental health, there are some genetic components, there are biological components, but people are largely contextual. They're made more than they're born. So especially with like school shootings, mass school shootings, not that it legitimizes it or anything, but like those people are often like bullied, like they have not had great lives. They are that angry for a reason. And so for me, it's not so much about treating an individual for their mental health. It's a social, cultural shift that needs to happen in supporting people who are struggling before they reach the point of wanting to shoot up a building.
So now, from your perspective, is a nurture-based illness like somebody from an abusive home? I mean, is that still a mental health crisis, though?
So that gets into the whole debate on like the purpose of diagnoses. A huge part of why diagnoses exist is for insurance purposes. You have to tell insurance what's wrong with someone so they'll pay you. And then it's
quite the hot
also
take.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you ask any provider who takes insurance, they'd probably agree. But
off the record,
I'd say so. Yeah, not to the the insurance companies know. But like so. Something that's really interesting that I find is childhood trauma affects the brain very similarly to neurodevelopmental disorders like autism and ADHD. And if the trauma happens early enough, you actually can't differentiate what the cause was. So it's, I think, culturally trying to address childhood abuse is a wonderful thing. But it's also, I don't know, mental health's really complicated. And I would say I strongly believe in something called epigenetics. So someone might have a gene that predisposes them to something like schizophrenia or bipolar, and you could have two people with the same genes but different environments, and basically something happens in one of those environments that like triggers the gene, sets it off, and
there have
that
been multiple
person
studies on
gets the
that.
disorder. So it's a little bit of both, but yeah, I mean, I guess so. Going back to the gun question, I'm very strongly gun regulation because I honestly
something
like,
needs to change, right?
Well, yes, of course.
Why
So,
do you
like,
need an automatic rifle to hunt? Like, no,
You
get
don't.
a shotgun.
you're a pretty
like a normal
shitty hunter
person.
if you need an automatic rifle.
Like, right, that's not fun.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see the purpose in those types of weapons being
The only
legalized for the average person.
and I mean, and I like we know even like our like some friends that we know that are ex-military that have I'm not even sure they have access to that gun, but like those people are trained like over years and years and years to handle, to respect, and to like honor that weapon. But unless you have that training and stuff like that, there's no world where anyone unqualified to handle that thing should have
I mean,
it.
unfortunately, this isn't a black and white issue. But I think something just needs to change.
Yeah.
We can't just be
Well,
we can't be happy with the status quo because people are dying.
Yeah.
People are dying.
Here. And it's not
Kids
a problem
are dying.
anywhere else.
Kids are dying.
Other countries have solved this years ago, decades ago.
Yeah, Australia, when they had one mass shooting and basically the entire country gave up their guns.
New Zealand.
I think it's
New
like
Zealand. I think you're thinking of.
that was in New
Yeah.
Zealand. I think the Second Amendment is something, because we're so constitutionally based as a country, like that you can really hold on to that.
Mhm.
Like you can really, even though that wasn't the original purpose of
Oh, you're absolutely right.
There's a lot
Of
of
it.
Keep in mind, how long did it take you to load your weapon too at the
Right.
time?
right.
a well-regulated
So-
militia with a musket that takes 10 minutes to fire.
And they talked exactly like that.
Yes.
Exactly like that.
I want to go a little bit more into CTE, Meaghan. Now, during your time as like a researcher and whatnot, did you ever come across CTE in your studies or anything like that?
Not specifically CTE, but I did work with neurodegenerative disorders, so like ALS or something called frontal temporal lobe degeneration. And FTD is probably more similar, I think, than ALS to CTE because it's a degradation of your frontal lobe, which basically that's what makes us human. Like that's the control system that keeps us from all the other stuff. And so with CTE, like impulse control. So if you have the thought, I want to go shoot up the NFL headquarters, the average person with an average working brain would be like, maybe I shouldn't do that.
That's a bad idea, right?
But
Don't
if
do that.
If that's compromised, you don't have the insight or the impulse control to
That's scary.
adjust that. And in I mean, not that I again legitimize this, but in fairness to whoever did it, he was going after, an organization that has proceeded to kind of let this stuff happen. I mean, I know there's been vast improvements, especially recently.
It doesn't make the act itself right, but you could see where his motivation was coming from.
Yeah, and then the lack of ability to like regulate that kind of results in something like that.
Guys, I feel so much smarter after this episode, I think.
Thank you so much. That was a lot of great information. And
we're going to just keep it up.
Speaking of ALS, shout out to my Aunt Chris, who is like the most energetic, jovial, warm, amazing person. And her life pretty much got rudely taken away from her with a severe case of ALS. She went from like this incredible, like limitless, like Energizer bunny with like this amazing personality of a longtime friend of my mom's to like unable to speak, unable to do anything, and then died within 2 years.
I mean,
very sad disorder.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, it's scary. All right. So now that we're all bummed out.
Now I'm going to feel now I feel inappropriate by doing this next song.
Do it anyway, man.
The timing of this is really...
All I want to do is run a zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. It's next topic. All I want to do is run a zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. It's next topic. So awkward.
By Rum Shaker.
It's weird, man. It's really weird.
I will say this is a lot of fun to see behind the scenes with Mark too. I get to see his script.
All right.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Mark does this all off the cuff, you guys.
Pete thought I actually did this. Like I memorized everything.
Well, I thought you knew like the intro and outro. You said it 100 times.
We're going to keep it on science. It was announced this week that llamas may hold the key to treating schizophrenia. French researchers have successfully used llama antibodies to design a tiny fragment called a nanobody that will trigger neurotransmitters in the brain involved in regulating activity. Specifically, these nanobodies were able to break the blood-brain barrier and effectively reach brain receptors. In studies using mice, there was an improvement of cognitive function with just one shot. So, with the prevalence of mental health diagnosis growing, while the overall societal acceptance still lags, can we expect more research into more complex disorders? And will research into odd correlations like llama antibodies continue? Also, Mark asked this question when we were together. How did they stumble on llama antibodies?
Yeah, this is where I'm curious.
So actually, it's... animal antibodies are like chicken antibodies are very common. Like there's a lot of sort of regular this is used all the time in research. So it's not totally, honestly, I'm trying to think if I've ever used llama antibodies. I'm not sure, but it's really not as weird as you would think.
Okay. I mean,
but researchers is like, why don't we use alligator antibodies? Let's see what they do.
Well, I mean, it is true though. Like, right, our DNA is really a couple % different from a lot of other mammals. Like we're a lot more similar genetically than people think.
Yeah, 99% similar to mice, which is why so much research is done in mice. Yeah.
Teach us more, Dr. Meaghan.
Yes. I'm not a doctor. No.
She just plays one on TV.
Well, you're definitely a lot more informed about this than we are.
I mean, it's amazing to me. And how amazing would it be that if they actually found the cure in llama antibodies or somehow in genetics? I mean, I think that's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
That's absolutely amazing.
This is the thing that I love about like public science communication. So like there are 3 different phases, technically 4, but there are 3 different phases largely in research. Phase 1 is just testing out if it's toxic or not, basically. Stage 2 is what this was, so testing it out on rodent animals or sort of lower level species, seeing if there's any effect. But the transition from phase 2 to phase 3 is clinical, where you test it in humans. A lot of the time it doesn't translate. Mm-hmm. And humans are so complicated, we don't always know why.
Humans are complicated.
Yeah. So it's always
episode title.
Wonderful to have things like this.
Complicated as balls.
Basically, the point of this study is to be like, we need more research in this. there's maybe something here that we've seen, but this translating to a clinical treatment, like 10 years probably.
Right,
minimum.
we're still pretty far off. Now,
Yeah.
Just to circulate, they have been doing llama antibody studies for a lot of different things, specifically viral research like SARS, like COVID-19. And I think that the idea of something like this to actually make a difference really is just very, very exciting.
Yeah, that's why my major was neuroscience, and that's why I love it. It's there's so much that we don't know that it's just like an expansive frontier.
Now, schizophrenia being very specific, can you explain, and if you don't know, that's fine too, but can you explain why something like this would help a schizophrenia diagnosis?
So I only skimmed the article, but so it basically talked about
Don't tell the listeners. Make them think you know this. Don't say you got this from somewhere else, unless you actually have to source something.
Well, yeah, right.
reading a journal article, you have to do like 4 passes to like fully understand a journal article.
Oh, the verbiage in those things
woke
are
up from a nap at
insane.
like 8:30. So
Oh, man.
yeah, no, I was reading the like actual journal article that it came from.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to understand like any of that. So.
Honestly, I don't understand half of it either. You just kind of fill in the blanks. But basically, so my guess, this is totally, I've not a whole lot behind this besides like my degree. It talked a lot about immunology. And so the brain has these things called glial cells that are kind of similar to like your immune cells. They clean up all the bad stuff, the dirty stuff in your brain. And so if the antibodies can help with that to some degree, so schizophrenia is assumed to be an overactivation of dopamine in certain parts of the brain.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So the complication in diagnoses like these is like we don't actually know. They talk about like we know, but we don't know. So like when I was growing up, there was the whole for depression, there's a whole serotonin hypothesis. In case you didn't know, that's bullshit. Like that's totally wrong now. It's
You
this
had
thing
a hip
called
hoist.
what?
I said you had a hip hoist.
Yeah. It's this thing called neuroplasticity, which is basically about the way that your brain changes. So I could imagine if the antibodies are helping basically the glial cells clean up the brain, I guess I don't know actually. That's the connection I have.
I'll just make something up.
Probably something they do with glial cells.
I'll be honest. That's what half the things that John and I do. We just make things up.
But I think
we
the
sound like
problem
we
is
know
that,
we're talking
they
about.
They don't know the cause, so it's hard to find the solution when you don't know when you don't truly know what the problem is.
Mhm.
Like a lot of the research, they're kind of just throwing
That's
shit
true.
at it and seeing what sticks.
Yeah. We've definitely
Like, it's
seen
a
that
lot of trial
before.
and error.
Yeah, we've definitely
Yeah.
seen that before. So, and sometimes people they just want to force things out to market. So yeah, they'll just stick like super glue and duct tape on it. And
60%
Look what
of
we
the
can
time.
do.
Like,
Yeah, what is
it's
it?
the beauty of
60% of the
science.
time
It's
it works
like-
100% of the time.
You know, wasn't Aristotle also thought the world was flat, but like without
Yeah.
him, there'd be a lot of astrophysics we don't understand. So people, or like Freud, people shit on Freud, but like he was spot on about childhood trauma. So, you know, people like make their contributions and that extends science further.
Sure.
And they're usually wrong about a lot, but if they're right about one
Now-
thing,
Well,
We're gonna end
that's, yeah, that's progression, standing on the shoulders of giants.
We're going to end this on maybe a little bit of a hot take. What is your feeling, though, on maybe the overdosing of SSRIs in like people in your generation, people before your generation? Like a kid is unhappy, you give him an SSRI, but we have things like serotonin syndrome now, and I mean you can definitely have too much.
yes.
So is that a problem in mental health diagnosis right now? Like it's the
Like an overcorrection,
overuse.
sorta?
Well, the overuse of medication.
yeah, we're
That's the question.
too easy trigger to like we'll just take some medication.
Well, it's appealing, right? Take a pill, you're better.
Yeah.
That sounds
Right.
nice. Instead of being in
that-
therapy
That's
for
amazing.
5
A lot
years.
less, yeah, that's a lot less effort than
Right.
trying to actually
I
diagnose
forget to
the
take a
problem through
multivitamin every
talking.
day.
But I think the thing people misunderstand about medication is the medication's not the cure. It's it a lot of the time it gets you to a place where therapy is more effective. But the
That makes
vast
sense.
majority of the time therapy is the better solution because truthfully like people are functioning this way. It's they're functioning in a world that's not made for them, and that requires different coping skills. It's the coping skills that help you get through life, not some medication.
I think the hardest part for me, and my anxiety, which for up until, I don't know, the last 5 to 10 years, I just thought was me being good at shit. You know, my reaction in my teens and in my 20s was that I felt really tight. And if I felt really tight, if I overcorrected and I laser focused and I did well on something, I would feel better. And it's very underhanded like that. It tricks you into thinking that this is a normal reaction. And I think that the reference frame of mental health, when you're in a brain that has a problem, but you're like, well, this is just the way it is because no one has told me any differently.
Yeah.
Nobody has told me that the way I think is wrong, or maybe I haven't explained how hard doing things is to people because I feel ashamed of it because there's still a stigma on mental health. And
yeah, the person that's mad is not going to be self-aware that they're mad most of the time. To them, everything's perfectly logical.
Right. They're the right ones because, I mean, the humans are very selfish. You feel sometimes like you're the only person, like it's your play and everybody else is acting in it, right? I think that, I have done stuff to address my anxiety. I take CBD every day. I try to be less controlling, and I think that has helped me literally across the board in my relationships, with my relationship with my daughter, with my relationship with my wife. When you're when you're done with trying to fix everyone can be more connected to you. Like it's an intimacy thing, right?
Sure.
If you're done changing, then maybe you can change. I don't know.
I think what I have believed for a really long time is that like you would think that people are illogical, seem irrational, but if you really know enough, it makes a lot of sense. Like people's behaviors come from places. You learn behavior. So what may seem sort of illogical from the outside, if you dig down into it, which is kind of what therapy is for, you find like where that comes from and how that, like you said, how that got you through life for a good amount of time.
Yeah.
The problem is that when it overreaches and it causes suffering, it causes distress. And so I think you made a good point about control. That's a huge thing for humans in general, but especially in mental health is like people need to feel in control. Mm-hmm. And I think we don't realize how little control we actually have. And we hate uncertainty as humans. So trying to let go of that is frightening.
Yeah.
Because it's like you have anxiety because you're like, is that a bunny or is that a tiger? But the tiger's your boss, actually. So
that sounds like a trippy musical, actually.
Is that a bunny or a tiger?
Is that a bunny or a tiger?
But the tiger's your boss.
We've been, unfortunately, we have to cut this off a little bit. We've been talking a long time. And we still have more topics to discuss. But I feel like this is like one of those special Saved by the Bell episodes where they all talk at the very end. Is like
public service.
Don't do drugs.
Yeah,
Meaghan, that's the title of your first book, Bunny or Tiger.
Bunny or tiger. Okay.
Yes.
So here's another fake sponsor, Bean Vault, the only coffee subscription that hides your beans until you really need them. Bean Vault, brew it when you earn it.
Oh no! Is it like to give us these beans? You must answer these questions 3.
All right. Now I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who'd walk 1,000 miles and give next topic for da la da 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 da.
I had no idea that was 93.
We didn't practice that one, but
Reality
really
Bites.
good.
That was from the Reality Bites soundtrack. So originally, actually, it wasn't. It originally came out in the 80s, and then I think they
I think of it as the
re-released
80s.
it during the Reality Bites soundtrack.
Gotcha.
technically it still counts.
All right. So Uber has had some bad press when it comes to females, and their solution to this has come into some additional features for both passengers and drivers. Now, they announced that female passengers will be able to request a female driver or share a ride with other female passengers only. Female drivers can do the same with female passengers. Now, while these features may sound accommodating, Uber will not guarantee the result, especially if there are extended wait times associated with them. So, everyone, do we like Uber's ideas to provide more options for female passengers and drivers? drivers.
I mean, I guess as long as there's a disclaimer that it's not 100% effective, then
They're not really disclaiming that though.
no.
It's kind of in
Well,
the.
see, that's the
hidden-
problem. They've got to be pretty forthcoming.
small
with it.
print.
Be honest. In
It
your
not being
adjectives.
effective is very dangerous.
Well, yeah, I know that I used some choice words there.
I mean, here's the thing.
I'm saying the service.
Make smart choices.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean,
a lot of life is that. I think that, unfortunately, we live in a world where it's unsafe for a 30-year-old woman to go out at night and leave by herself. And that sucks. It sucks that it's like that. How do we change that? We raise our boys better. Certainly, we start that way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's more than
but-
just American men driving Uber cars too, or Americans in general.
mean, just like I'm talking about the world, right? The world is. I like to joke we're in the darkest timeline, but we really are.
Yeah.
There are people who believe
been a
things
joke this whole
that
time?
Yes.
I thought you were real.
There are people who believe things that are scary. And when Trump got his first presidency and everybody was pissed off, Macklemore said something really interesting. Well, he's not raising my daughter. And I don't know. I took that to heart a little bit. While it impacts people's lives, you are still in control of your own.
It's to an extent.
Sure.
So do we feel that this is a suitable I
I think it's a good first step.
or
I think,
is this
yeah,
kind of the
it's a good
best that they
place
can
to start.
do?
Yeah, I'm sure
Well,
they could do better.
Honestly, I would hope that it wouldn't just be female passengers. It could be anyone requesting whatever would make them feel safer.
That's true.
But I can also understand not being able to guarantee it. Like that'd be a really hard thing to do.
I think as long as the app is forthcoming and saying like, hey, okay, I can get you like a female driver, for instance, but it's going to add like 30 minutes to your thing. Is that going to work for you?
Yeah.
And
Really,
I think
keep searching.
it's better to
but-
leave the option than not. But there's also a this misconception, not that it doesn't happen, but the vast majority of assault and abuse happens from someone you know, not your random Uber driver. So while it's wonderful to have this option, I think there's also a lot of societal narrative that needs to change about where and when this stuff actually
I believe
happens.
Uber has actually, and this is before this
It's a good point.
came out. Uber, I believe, has been doing more background checks on the drivers as well. So that obviously is a help too. Meaghan, have you? How do you feel riding in an Uber or a Lyft by yourself? Have you done it before? Will you continue to do it if you do?
Yeah, so I think I feel a little differently than a lot of females. Again, because I think of my background, I do understand that it's more likely to be my coworker or a family member or someone else that I know than my Uber driver.
Or your boyfriend.
But I also
right. Yeah,
Or
that's
your
probably
boyfriend.
the worst one. Yeah.
yes. And
Way to
I
sidetrack a
also,
conversation, John.
I'm also married to a social worker.
yeah, there you go. Yeah. So I think I'm also a little bit of a adrenaline junkie, risk taker. So I think whenever like I recently started online dating. I've never done that before. So I go meet some random
Sucks.
stranger. There's like this little piece of me that's like, what if they murder me? And I'm like, kind of hope they do.
Oh no!
Wow.
Jeez.
Now this is truly the darkest timeline.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Like-
But it's like, oh, I'm taking this fear and turning it into more excitement. Because that's also physiologically they're the same thing.
You're like, I'd like to see him try.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Okay,
You're like, I'm gonna
ass.
murder you, and I'd be like, Brick, do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
I mean, there's a reason why Steph has Michonne's sword from Walking Dead combat ready and sharpened up there, just in case.
It is.
Never know when you might. Yes, it is. I didn't know that when I bought it. I unsheathed it and it's like razor sharp.
Wait. So sometimes your wife takes her katana into an Uber. Is that what you're saying?
Oh no. She's not. No, she is not taking the katana into an Uber. It's just in the house, just in case we need it.
Okay.
Like she could
Just in
defend.
case.
She could defend the home with Michonne's sword heroically.
I could totally see
Did you
Wes
know-
doing that.
Side note, and sorry, Steph, but the first moment you do that, you're either going to put a hole in your house like Ted did or put a hole in someone.
Oh no. Well, hopefully it's the right.
A katana,
hopefully it's the person
is
attacking
not
me.
an easy weapon. It's long and very sharp.
Yes, Meaghan, we have a friend that did that.
Oh yeah, our friend. Yeah, our friend Ted and he actually knows how to kind of use it. Sort of. He was practicing sword forms and ended up impaling his apartment ceiling and caused a bunch of damage. It was
Did anybody,
thought you meant another person.
No, no,
Because
no,
you
no,
said-
no, no.
We wouldn't be joking. We wouldn't be joking about it if he did it to another
Yeah,
person.
no, it just cost
Did
him
you
property
guys
damage.
see the movie Fresh with Sebastian Stan?
I'm gonna go with no.
It's disturbing, but it is about this. A woman gets kidnapped after a date, and this guy puts her in a basement with other women, and he sells human meat to rich people. Right, that's the premise. So he
Nice.
starts to carve these poor girls.
This episode
But-
doesn't make me feel good.
Oh my god.
But the thing about this movie, which I thought was relevant, is that he comes across as handsome. Sebastian Stan is
soundboard?
handsome. He comes across as very nice.
Should've brought it.
He's
The
very.
guy in the bush. It's not the
It's
creepy
not
guy
the
in
creepy
bush.
guy in the bush. You know, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's the you know the date
late.
that you. It is where you least expect it, or maybe where you most expect it, and that's the scariest part.
Yeah, that's true.
And
That's true.
Jamie's never allowed out of the house ever, ever. End time.
There you go. I feel like we're getting some good ending
This
points.
is
on all
such
these,
a
yeah.
dark episode,
A dark episode.
but smart too.
time.
A smart
Intelligent.
dark episode. Yeah,
It's smart and dark.
I like it.
think
Smart,
they're one and the
intelligent. Well, Mark's going to sing me a song, and then I'm going to dumb us down. It's going to be great.
If this song brings you down, then I don't know what won't. I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, Peter, now when did you last let next topic fly?
Sorry. Just
That was
all I-
very romantic. You guys need a moment?
We might
Yeah.
after that.
Turn the camera off. Turn the camera off.
All right, so we're going to dumb us down a little bit, and we're going to get back into movies. After delivering one of the most iconic lines of the summer as Shala Ball in the new Fantastic Four movie, Julia Garner continues to be one of the best young actresses in Hollywood. With 37 credits, I looked this up, in a 15-year career, she is still most known for the intensity of Ruth Langmore in Ozark, her actually becoming Anna Delvey in the docudrama Inventing Anna. So, why is Garner so good and still so generally unknown? And is there space for young character actors like her in Hollywood?
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe the reason Steph would, if she was here, could expand on this a lot more. But I think maybe the reason she's not as well known is because she chameleons into the role she's in so well.
Yeah.
So she's
Oh my God.
she can be
does she,
unrecognizable
right?
from one project to
The
another.
really good character
Yeah.
actors can do that.
Yep.
Well, the fact of it is. Oh, go ahead.
I honestly, when I
Meaghan.
first read it, I was thinking of Jennifer Gardner, and I
Not
was
really.
We
like,
Not the
all
same
were.
one.
she's not a. I mean, I love her, but she's not a young character. Like,
She's not.
she's been around for a while.
I could see
And she's
where
not
that
that
would be
good.
confusing. Yeah.
She was never
And she's
that
not
good.
a
Not as good of a
character
character
actor.
actor,
She's like
yeah.
a personality type. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know who she is.
But
yeah.
I
Love
loved
Jennifer Garner.
Inventing Anna.
Yeah, but
That movie was so, or the docuseries was so good.
very, very good.
And then I
the-
watched videos of like the actual girl. She like
Mm-hmm.
the accent. She did such a good job.
And Ruth Langmore sounds like she's from the Ozarks, the Lake of the Ozarks. She sounds like that. That is the accent. And some people can just do that. But the Galactus line that's on social media all over. I mean, like, the fact of that is it wasn't even her, right? This is a CG character that is still delivering an intense line. So she actually said that she looked at Robert Frost poetry to get the influence from that
Cool.
from that character, and actually from that monologue.
oh, nice.
But there's not a lot of them anymore. There's not a lot of these like Joaquin Phoenixes and these people that really like become a different person. The Christian Bales and these. I mean, like the really good actors.
Wait. You're talking about method actors. I wouldn't necessarily
Yes.
call Julia Garner a method actor. I mean, she's more kind of like a character actor. You don't agree with that?
Oh, like she doesn't have to like live that character to become it. You're saying?
I mean, the fact that she can be anyone doesn't like a method actor. They put their whole life.
right. Well, they embody their
into
own
it.
personal life into
Right.
it.
I would-
like Heath Ledger was the
the-
ultimate example of that.
Listen,
When I
the
first heard
way-
about that, I would think of someone like a Stephen Root. Stephen Root, who.
But the way that Julia Garner
can be like
becomes,
anything. He
I
could
would
be an
almost
evil person,
assume
he
that
could be
she
a
is
dirty
actually
person.
method.
Okay.
And we don't know how her process, but
method actors tend to also do like small amount of roles just because they tire themselves out by doing this. Like,
sure,
there's one character, and that's why I think character actors they're the ones that do multiple, like, so many roles, because in a sense they have to. They're not the starring role. They're not making the most money.
Right.
So I don't know. That's why I thought this was a little bit different. But I mean, I'm not going to disagree. I'm not aware of her as well.
Meaghan, did you watch Ozark on Netflix?
I did not. It's still on my list.
Such a good show.
Did you watch Breaking Bad?
Also, no. Still also on my list.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I'm right there with you,
both of
Meaghan.
those.
I just got Netflix like last month.
That's okay.
Got Breaking Bad.
So anybody who
It was
doesn't
a thing.
know,
It was a thing.
the Ozarks is essentially Breaking Bad, but with accountants. Jason Bateman's character gets in with the Chicago mob and almost gets murdered in like the first 30 minutes, and makes a deal with them that he has this plan, and it's just random. He makes it up on the spot. He has this plan that he's going to wash all their money, because he's washing money for a drug cartel. That he's going to wash all their money at the Lake of the Ozarks. So he goes there and he's all fancy. He meets all of these country bumpkins, and Ruth Langmore, Julia Garner, it happens to be one of them. Yeah. And she becomes his little...
almost like a protege, sort of.
She becomes like his protege. Yeah. And the development of that character through the 4 seasons, I think.
Yeah.
And the fact that she's this little, like, 5'1" badass is amazing. It's the best part about that show is Julia Garner.
Yeah, she was great in it, for sure.
Pete knows.
I know. It's I thoroughly enjoyed that one. It's good. Good memory. I forgot about Ozark there.
All right, so last minute.
It's not at all what I thought Ozark.
I still haven't seen. By the way, I still haven't seen Fantastic Four. I still haven't seen Superman. I'm a bad nerd. I'm a bad nerd.
I feel like Julia
Pete.
Garner standing on a silver surfboard,
that's like
though,
me.
because it's literally all my TikTok gives me.
You have a TikTok?
Yeah, of course I have a TikTok.
I'm
an IT guy.
We have
like
TikTok because we do a podcast.
I never use it.
I was very. I did not want to do a TikTok. John was like kept insisting. It's like, listen, what we do needs to be on TikTok, and he was right.
It is. That's true for content creation. It's very important.
So I don't, and just so everybody knows who's looking at my TikTok right now, no dancing. I'm very white, but I do really like the algorithm a lot. I'm assuming it's serving me whatever it thinks it wants to serve me, but it's normally pretty accurate to my mood, because it's very good at noticing what you're looking at and what you're stopping on. And so generally it's it's left or right leaning Democratic stuff, which is what I am now, or it's video game stuff or D&D stuff, or it's some mental health stuff. So my algorithm nails me, but I think I'm pretty sure it thinks I'm a woman though. So
Oh, okay. It's a good way to end that one.
I saw the time. I am though. That is something that I told Melanie before. I'm pretty sure I thinks I'm a woman.
That's pretty funny.
All right, this is gonna be by far my favorite Next Topic song, but I'm gonna butcher it. I'm totally gonna butcher it. Okay, ready?
Go for it.
Informer, say daddy me, so me I go blame. I like the topic now.
You did really great, Mark.
Nice job,
I did not
Mark.
do that great.
In fairness, Mark, they're all white, so like you did.
He's a
just as good
Canadian
of a
rapper.
job.
Yes, he is a Canadian rapper.
Yeah.
Keep them down.
I like Next
It's
Topic
very
now.
90s.
All right, so we've been talking about AI in the show a lot, and it seems to have invaded Vogue magazine. In the August issue, they published a Guess ad that used AI images with fake models. Now, Vogue and Guess did actually post by the photo that it was produced by AI, albeit very discreetly. While the reason for this may have been a financial one, or as part of an early adoption, there has been a backlash that has resulted in canceled subscriptions and promoted boycotts of both brands. So everyone, how do we feel about Vogue publishing a Guess ad with AI images?
Did they pay the
Maybe
the
a
models?
hot take, but
I did not hear.
that they're based on.
Yeah.
how
They're
would
real
you know?
people.
I know, but like, how would you know?
They didn't generate the
Are they
people
based
out
on
of
anything?
air.
I mean,
they
they're
have to be.
I mean, they have to be,
Well, they're
but
probably based
question
on
is
like
not.
1,000 people, though.
Right?
Yeah,
like, how
exactly.
would you know? How would you know? Are you able to trace that back? Like, does the technology work that way to know like what sources generated that image? That's the question. Because like,
I don't
if you
believe
could, then
there
that would,
is. At least
yeah.
we can't find that out now.
It makes me think of a
That's
funny
such the gray
aside.
area.
I read
Like,
I read a funny thing, which I believe that the human brain can't make a face, and so when you're sleeping and you dream, you're remembering people that you might not have even known but you've seen before, and you put those faces that you've seen on people, and I think that's cool.
That was at least a line in Inception, and it might be. I remember that line.
I don't know. When I dream, I
It was
definitely
like,
see
like everybody is somebody that you've encountered before in your life.
I definitely see people that I know. In fact, I've had conversations with people that I know in my dreams. Why are we talking about dreams again?
It made me think about it.
AI.
Listen,
I mean,
Yeah.
I kind of want to
perception
know
of
who
AI.
has a problem with what guests did.
I am concerned about the implications of AI art generation and AI art generation in a way that we don't know. There is cases already where AI have been people have reverse engineered picture AI and gotten literally pictures with the Getty Images watermark on it. They've gotten it to put the watermark back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think where it crosses the line is if they're using the likeness of somebody without proper compensation
Right,
recognition,
absolutely.
right? So that's the big problem.
I want to know specifically though for this one case, because we're talking big picture right now, but I'm specifically about this case. Do we have an issue with Vogue putting out this guest ad with AI images and not real people?
I don't like it. I mean, half
I
the
do
women
and
probably
I
have like
don't.
6 fingers and like, you know, like weird like body part angles that shouldn't exist, and like it's,
I don't
What do you
believe they
have,
show
Megan?
all the
You've been,
fingers.
you've been trying to talk for like 3 minutes. What do you
sorry, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Megan.
So, overall, theoretically, not great, but also all supermodel images, all advertisement images are computer edited. So they're not really
true.
those people anyway. So it's like, where does that cross the line? Like, what's the difference between a completely computer generated and partially computer generated photo? So I guess generally speaking, I wouldn't want any of that.
Well, some people
But I
that
think
have a
that's
problem with this,
that would
though.
need time.
Yeah, some people that have a problem with this, though, is more like, well, you just took a job away from a working model. And that, I think that's what they have a little bit more problem with than, I know. Because you're absolutely right. Because, listen,
I'm never gonna model
nothing
again.
in an ad,
So sad for
nothing
models.
in an ad is really all that. Is really all that real, right?
I can't even use
let's
this
flip-
beauty for my
So let's
career
flip it on
anymore.
its side. You
Why
know,
are you
you know
Russian?
what would be.
I'm not sure.
You know what I wouldn't have a problem with?
What's going on?
Photos of models
That
Put 'em
are
anywhere
airbrushed.
you want. You don't want to fly them to Bali? Don't. Just make them be in Bali.
Well, and
Not
that's
hard.
and that's what Megan had said they're doing already in mass, right? Like there's everything's computer edited and
But like,
backgrounds changed out, skin altered, features altered, lighting changed.
but I'm not even talking about airbrushing. I'm just talking about the thing that is expensive is not having an underpaid model walk up from Midtown Manhattan and take a few pictures. That's not the hard thing. The hard thing is putting them in a bathing suit, getting them on the beaches of Punta
That's a whole
Cana
process.
at 5
Yeah.
in the morning and taking a picture in the perfect 30 minutes until you miss it because it's raining and you have to keep them in Punta Cana for another day. Like, right?
So here's there's a tech now. Let me see if I can find it. It's gonna blow your mind. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to.
So are
to
people
grab-
blowing this out of proportion?
Yes.
And the people that are blowing this out of proportion, are they just scared of AI, do we think?
So I'm not a fan of AR art, generally speaking.
Really?
No, and that's what I said in the
Yeah.
beginning. I don't think that's good at
creeps
all.
me out.
Mhm.
But I think the focus is maybe off in that it's not just that it's AI, it's the fact that these images are altered, that they've been altered since computers basically were invented.
So I'm curious in general, what don't you like about AI, Megan?
She said AI art.
AI
AI art.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay, so in general,
specifically
what
AI
don't you
art.
like about AI art? AI art.
So, okay, maybe if it gets better enough, I wouldn't tell the difference, but I'll be scrolling through Tumblr and it just feels surreal. You're
Okay.
like, this isn't real. This makes me feel like there's a cognitive dissonance of so they're very pretty, but I think also it's just good art is like has the soul infused in it, and if a computer's just ones and zeros making this picture, you kind of miss that human part.
Well, here's the real problem, and I think we've been talking about this the whole time. Once you take away the need for humanity in content creation, and I'm not even talking about internet content creation, but like books, paintings, photos, any kind of art. I mean, there'll be a time where I'm assuming an AI with the right tools could generate a sculpture. I mean, like, once you take away that need for our brains to do, and you've sold enough paintings and enough books, and you feel really good about your little AI business, how do we make paintings and books anymore if we don't need to?
I have
and
a
then
feeling...
what is humanity without poetry, right? What is humanity without art? What is humanity without music? Like, what are we?
But
if
we're
not
still
that?
missing that critical step, though, where like everything that's created by AI, as convincing as it can be right now, it's still based off of stuff that humans have already created.
And it's not perfect.
It's a large language model. It's not truly self-aware on its own. But it is.
So I know you watched the
is,
show, Pete.
Yeah.
But if you can't tell, does it matter?
And that was a big thing that we talked about in a communications course in college. I know. Well, because it's mind blowing, right? Because all you need to do is be personally convinced about it. It's the whole Matrix line, right? But the guy that's in the Matrix, he's like, I'm eating this steak. I know it's not real, but damn, it's the juiciest steak that I've ever had in my life. And damn it, like, I'm totally okay with that.
And we knew that in the 90s. In 1997, when The Matrix came out, the Wachowski brothers knew that this was a problem with the path of humanity that we were on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still a problem.
Yeah. So speaking of Meaghan saying of how much we can manipulate like artwork for models and stuff now, I just showed Mark this one tool that is pretty new that's
He was
using...
distracting me with it.
Sorry.
It's in the peripheral right now.
Yeah, so it's called it's called Light Stage. It's this new thing with like that you can use like in the software that I use at work, Nuke, that a lot of VFX artists do, and other programs too, to basically take a flat photo of anyone, it doesn't matter, and you can literally completely generate a normal map, which is a 3D asset, which is what 3D artists use to animate lights and CG in 3D space. So you basically turn two-dimensional models into your own 3D model pretty much on a plugin.
I wasn't paying attention
any way you want.
I wasn't paying attention to it fully, but I kind of saw a little bit. I think they used the same image to create Scarlett Johansson and Will Smith.
Yeah, but they're able to. But not only that, but they're in the exact identical lighting, like they are in that room together, and that's something that would take normally a comper. It could be days, it could be a week, or to get that looking just right. And this program pretty much just does it with the press of a button.
Hey, Mark, do you know what time it is?
I know what time it is, but I don't know how loud I can be.
Well,
It's the final topic.
little god mic at the end. I like it.
I gave you reverb.
There's a baby sleeping next to us.
Yeah, that would have been baller if we were able to do full volume. It's okay.
What's our best yet, though? We weren't over singing it. Excellent
Hey,
job.
How do we go reverse there?
Reverse.
We went reverse.
No.
Reverse.
What are you talking about?
No, in the camera. Whoops, we've been
set up.
flipped the whole time.
We've been flipped the whole time, yeah.
Flip the whole time.
There we go. I guess OBS must flip, and then we're unflipped now. Sorry, guys.
Right.
Now you can read Rise Racers.
Yeah.
The call
I
back.
was gonna say it's
Before
he was doing
it
before,
was
and I was like,
I'm sorry.
Easter, Sir Rock.
Good thing we talked about it a
it's
bunch.
I know.
here,
I'm so sorry.
Zerastra.
Fine. Oh, there. Oh my God! You just flipped. That was aggressive.
Yes.
Focus,
All right,
John. Focus.
sorry.
It's late.
Yes. One more.
It's not that late. In 2025's continued ridiculous news game, waves hit nations across the Pacific, including Hawaii, after tsunami alerts were issued when a massive 8.8 magnitude earthquake struck off Russia's far eastern coast. This is the sixth strongest quake ever recorded. California officials are now discussing plans as wave activity should be expected for the next 30 hours. If you've seen the video from Hawaii, it didn't seem like folks were too worried going live on social media, packing bag with snacks and having watch parties. So two things. First, yeah, the videos are insane. Has social media dampened common sense so much that people can't react appropriately to danger? What's going on in Russia, and what is the biggest natural disaster we've ever been in?
Well, underneath Russia, there's two tectonic plates that got very angry at each other. But,
I saw something on Daily Mall today. I was saying,
I don't know what else. Like it's nuts. It's insane the amount of power that can generate. That's freaking crazy.
This quake, and Daily Mall always over exaggerates, but this quake will set off the Pacific Ring of Fire and cause the apocalypse.
So,
and I said, Daily Mall, shut up, you're drunk.
I mean, you might get a couple. Like, these events can cause abrupt eruptions.
I mean, tsunamis are no jokes.
And tsunamis,
So, I mean,
right? Can be very. I mean, look at Fukushima, like Japan when they got hit in the 2010s, right? Like, they took out a nuclear power plant and made a whole big disaster of that. Took out so many buildings.
That was Godzilla.
On the coast.
I saw the movie.
I think I did see and I was really worried. Steph found that she's like, holy shit, look at this. It was an 8.7 or 8.8. And by the way, earthquake, it's orders of magnitude. So an 8 is 10 times the strength of a 7. It's not a linear scale. So like that.
Exponential.
How high does it go? Does it go to 10?
I
10.
don't know.
I think it's 10.
Is it?
Yeah.
There was one
10.0 on the Richter scale.
Does it go to 11?
There was one in Alaska that was over 9, I think, and recorded like in the last 200 years.
Cool story, bro.
But anyway, no, I did see like some video from some Hawaiians, and they did say like, look, we've been preparing for this. Like, we know we're on an island in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like, we've built our infrastructure. I mean, Hawaiian Islands are fairly steep as well. Like, I've been to Oahu. I've been to.
They just went through those fires like a few years ago too. So they probably just spent FML and it's like, I guess it's happening again. Or
The fake missile scare.
Kauai is a giant mountain canyon. Like, it's not like it's easy-ish for people to get to protected high ground, and they've got buildings and infrastructure built up a lot more than some of these other places that have been sadly less developed, less rich, I guess you could say, that were completely unprepared for it. Like Haiti, remember when that got absolutely decimated? Because they
like
didn't
a couple times.
Yeah,
multiple times. Yeah,
they didn't have the time or the money or the government structure to prepare for that.
Still
stuff.
don't.
Yeah, they still don't. Right.
Well, I can imagine also like evacuating an island is much more of a process than evacuating an area.
Sure.
There was at least one woman I saw that
so far.
Her cruise ship had to leave before it was time, so she wasn't back. So she was driving back, her cruise ship left, and she was like, I guess I'm getting evacuated to higher ground now. You're like, oh shit, that's bad.
That's a hell of a story.
I mean, I think that I don't, and that's the reason I asked it. I don't think people take danger as seriously as they should anymore. I mean, I think that phones are little dopamine sticks in our pocket. They've allowed us to sort of separate ourselves from the real world. And like, when a giant 30-foot wave is coming, I'm not surprised that people are videotaping it. But I think natural disaster.
Yeah. That's their first instinct, right?
I've seen a lot of those avalanche photos where people are like, oh, wow, look, cool. And then they realize, oh, this is going to hit me. Like, oh, shit. And then they turn around and then, like, you don't know if
You
they
watch a lot of
survived.
weird skiing videos, Pete.
I do. Most of the time they come out okay.
Has anybody been in a really bad natural disaster? 2 minutes left.
Not really.
Earthquakes,
I've been in a
tornadoes,
When I was
hurricanes.
like 2 weeks old, but I don't remember it. Honestly.
Yeah, major snowstorms for me. I mean, Buffalo, right?
I think being in the Northeast,
that's one reason why I live in the Northeast, is because I don't want to deal with one of those large natural disasters. I'm okay with snowstorms because it's not going. Chances are it's not going to decimate anything that I own.
Yeah, it's
unless it happens
dangerous.
in November, and it happens in November in Buffalo, and people's roofs start caving in.
So that was the beginning of
and with rain and all that.
The crazy part with that one, John, that was the beginning of October when that happened.
Oh, it was October.
So what happened?
Trees were still in.
The trees still had leaves on them, and they got weighed down by so much snow, they all started snapping and blasting power lines.
Yep.
So the entire city was literally like electrocuting people for weeks. Like, so that was scary.
the Twisters movie came out this past year, so of course Jamie had to watch it. So we watched We watched Twister and Twisters. She liked them both. They're both great. If anybody hasn't seen them, but Jamie just let me know that well, I gotta go. We have cows. Sorry. She let us know that we're not allowed to move to Oklahoma.
I didn't know Bill Paxton.
Yeah. She's like, is Oklahoma constant tornadoes?
Actor, I guess.
No, it's not. Pour one out for Bill Paxton, Pete.
John,
I like that.
I'm going to tangent a little bit. You had mentioned a cruise ship. That just made me think of. Has anyone ever heard of Amy Bradley is Missing on Netflix?
I think I've heard of the title, but I don't know.
It's a 3-episode documentary about someone that went missing from a cruise ship in March of 1998, and it's still an open case. And I think it's definitely worth the watch. It's only 3 episodes long, and there's this big mystery about whether they took a cruise out of Puerto Rico and then they toured the Caribbean. There's a big mystery as to A, she died, or B, was kidnapped and sex trafficked.
Oh man.
Or A and B.
It's quite. It could be A and B. It's a good watch. And it's actually become a big topic of discussion at the place that I hang out with. Shout out to the Social. Not a sponsor, but they might be later. Yeah, I have my own opinions on it, but if you guys haven't seen it yet, I won't do any spoilers.
Okay, no, I haven't.
But it's a good watch. I highly recommend watching it. You can watch it in one sitting. Again, it's only 3
If it's
episodes.
that's right. No, that's like it's almost like a film, basically. Just
it's essentially a film. It's essentially a film.
Yeah.
There's lots of twists in it, and there's some debate of who she was as a person, and whether she was putting up a front. She has her own history, but there's some shisty characters on the cruise ship.
Ooh.
So there's a lot of mystery involved with that.
You're like, wow, Netflix shows are dramatic.
I'm kind of hoping that she just like started a new life in like South America, like changed her name. She's just like chilling on a farm somewhere or something. She just like had it.
Reinvented herself.
Yeah,
totally.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, there's some interesting. I don't want to give too much away, but they ended up. So this case is 27 years old. It's been open for 27 years. So she was 23 at the time. So she's still alive. She's 50 now.
Right.
So she's going to look a lot different.
Yeah.
But
especially what you went through.
now back in 98, not much internet, but now there is, and there was a website that was created for her.
Not if she reinvented herself on a beach, Pete.
So listen, it's like there was someone in Australia who created this website for her, and then they started mining the data, and they started telling the family to put personal pictures up on there and whatnot.
Like to train it, sort of.
No, not to train it, just to. It's almost like they're kind of trying to catfish someone.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And there's abnormal site traffic on days of importance like holidays and birthdays. It's just very interesting.
That is bizarre
to me.
Her
her like one in particular was her parents' birthday, so they would show like images of her parents because they're both still alive. She was very close with her parents and her younger brother. And so they would just show updated pictures of them all. And they've noticed some unusual website traffic on days of importance, personal days of importance. So, that's very interesting to me.
No, I agree. That is pretty cool. It just makes you wonder.
Cool story, Mark.
Isn't it?
I like it.
So that has been our topics. We will be back next week with another newcomer, Jimmy Bentley, who will provide us with some insider information about Patriots training camp.
Ooh.
In the meantime, you can catch up on our old episodes on our YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/@iftheseballspod. And don't forget to subscribe to us by tickling that little bell. We would like to thank our guests for joining us this week. Thank you,
Gross.
Meaghan.
Thanks, Meaghan.
That gross was not for you, Meaghan.
was the gross at me?
No.
The gross is at the
You
tickling.
can follow or like us on our socials at @IfTheseBallsPod on X, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Our website is www.iftheseballscoulddtalkpod.com. This is Mark Pesci, and for my partner, John Companion, producer Pete Steffen. That's what we feel they would say if these balls could talk.
Can't do that when you're remote.
Such a dork.
Love you guys.
If this boy